Good morning. It is a fantastic Friday, the 14th of March, 2025, and I am so grateful to be able to do what I do. I love what I do, as you should. You really should love what you do. So, the query is, why did you create Microdacism? Well, actually, I didn't create Microdacism. It sort of created itself. But they were a lot of incidents that led to its creation. I think I was in Bethlehem December 12th. It was on a December 12th, back in the mid 70s, I think, or late 70s. And I saw a television crew videotaping something in front of that, in Bethlehem they have that building and that you crawl under to go inside the sacred spot. Anyway, there was a television crew there, and I was watching them videotape a special. And the minister came on camera and he said, live from Bethlehem on Christmas morning. It was December 12th. And I said to myself, it is, in fact, and I said to myself, excuse me, that was the phone. But I said to myself, it is not December 25. So when he said live from Bethlehem, it's a little lie, but it's a lie nonetheless. It was a lie. And to me, I had the old-fashioned ideas that ministers shouldn't lie. And then that's when I started to think for myself, and I realized that a lot of things that I believe, they were false. To that point, I've been living a life based on an awful lot of false beliefs. Anyway, I filed that in the back of my mind. I says, I'm going to have to revisit that someday. And then I was down in the Caribbean. I'm trying to think. I think it was in Puerto Rico. Maybe not. Maybe it was I don't remember. One of the islands in the Caribbean. And there was a sign that was overgrown by weeds. And the sign said something to the effect that this is a charity by, and it named the church, the church that had been responsible for a charity. So I asked one of the locals, I says, do you still get a charity from this church? He said, no. They came down with this sign, they put the sign up, and they made a videotape, and then they left. But they left the sign there, and we never got the charity. Once again, religion lied. And then I started my quest. I did. First thing I looked into was the Bible. Have you ever read the Bible from cover to cover? Have you? I would suggest that you do. Number one. And I think you'll come away as an atheist. That's just my personal opinion. And the second suggestion that I have for you is to do some research into how the Bible was compiled, and more importantly, why. I won't tell you what to think or how to think. I will only tell you that you should think. Think for yourself. So, you can see Microdacism sort of created itself. I go into nature and I'm inspired to write something, or I will listen to a conversation and I'm inspired to write something. Microdacism is not a religion. It never was. All it does is to ask you as an individual to think for yourself. Don't buy into anything that you presume to be so. And you do that by knowing who you are. First of all, I suggest that you, the viewer, I suggest that you are not only special, you are one of a kind. There is not another you anywhere in the world. Nowhere in the world. You're very special. And your responsibility is to know who you are. And once you have done that, be true to yourself. That's right. Be true to yourself. I'm going to show you a video later of me dressed like a ragamuffin, a riffraff, a beggar on the street. And what that does for me is people leave me alone. They walk right by me and they don't even see me. Sort of like you driving by the beggar on the corners. You know, you don't see that person at all. That person is a non-human. You know why you think that way? Because you were programmed to think that way. So, Microdacism, yeah, please, come and join me. There is no sermon or anything else. All I ask you to do is to think for yourself. Recognize how really and truly important you are, and then create your own school of thought, what some people call your own religion. Have a fantastic Friday.